Well, hello everybody again. This is Cleta Colson-Eyre, and it is November the 24th, 2019, the Sunday night before Thanksgiving. So you guys know that on the 22nd was actually the 18th, well, it was 18 years ago on the 22nd that Mary Kay Ash passed away, and that was in 2001. And so I remember getting the phone call that day. It was on Thanksgiving. I'd already gotten home from eating lunch and just kind of like relaxing. And then I got the phone call from a consultant friend of mine. I believe it was Cindy Farley is the one that called me and told me that Mary Kay had passed away. And of course we knew that she had had a stroke 5 years prior to, and that her health was declining. But, you know, I just remember that day so vividly. I'll never forget it. And she always loved Thanksgiving. It was her favorite holiday, more than Christmas. She had her whole family over, and you know, she just loved Thanksgiving. And so when she passed away on Thanksgiving Day, all the Mary Kay world, we thought, you know, that's so fitting for Mary Kay. And so, you know, every year Thanksgiving's on a different day, so we just happened to land on it that day. But we all remembered her, and we'll always remember her every year on Thanksgiving. But, you know, what a legacy she left behind for all of us. And so this week is a big week for us. We got Thanksgiving, and then I know a lot of you are having some specials on Black Friday, Pink Friday, and Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday. So I know you're going to all have a lot of sales. And, you know, I want to encourage you to, as you're selling all this stuff, you know, include a gift certificate or a little coupon for a free facial for the new year. Because some of these women that have been buying from you, you know, maybe they hadn't had a facial in 4 years, and you facialed them, and then they just keep reordering the same thing. They don't ever try anything new. So, you know, see if you can get them to have a new year, new you makeover, and go ahead and book an appointment, maybe for December or holiday makeover. I know our unit, a bunch of us are going to be going for doing 10 parties after Christmas, between Christmas and the first part of the new year. And so I'd like to end our year on a good note and kick off the new year with a great note. So that's something that you can think of too. Just get your date book open, and if they won't book before Christmas, maybe you can book them for after. But there's another challenge that's gone out. You guys probably have seen it, but there were some nationals that got together, and you know, they're trying to do some things to generate some excitement in the company. And one of the things that they're doing is doing these live YouTube trainings. And what they're doing is any consultant or director starting yesterday, or actually I believe it's the 22nd, that orders 10 of the new eye patches and sells them, orders and sells them by, let me just get the dates exactly, because not my contest. Okay. So anyone that orders and sells 10 hydrogel eye patches between November 23rd, which was yesterday, and November 30th is going to be invited for a special live stream on training with Inner Circle National, Cindy Williams, Tammy Craig Smith, and Lily Gothrow. Go through. Hang on, let me get Jana. She's saying it, I think. Jana?
Lily Gotro.
Gotro. There you go. Okay, thank you, Jana. Anyway, on 9 o'clock Eastern Time on December the 1st. So all you have to do, and you may go, oh, I've already ordered some. That's okay. Sell 10 more. They're not going to go bad. We put them on every single person at the guest events in Michigan and the consultants. And we just did it one eye only. And some of the girls, if they even had makeup on, we just slapped it on anyway. Like the consultants, we could not believe the results. It was amazing, amazing. So if you want to take that challenge, all you have to do is when you're done is you can text and let your director know. And that way she can send you that link on December the 1st on that morning so that you can get on that call that night. And directors, if you don't have the link, let me know. I think you probably do. Okay, so I posted on the Boss Babe announcement that I wanted to share with y'all 3 P's. And I said that would destroy your business, but Brad's like, that's so negative, Cleta. Why you want to say that? Like 3 ways to get in a car wreck. I'm like, it's just the truth. But I said, I speak the truth to these ladies, but to be more positive, let's put it this way. 3 P's that I am guilty of, and you may be too, that could hinder the growth of your amazing Mary Kay business. Okay? So the first one is the P that stands for prejudge. Prejudging people. I want to give you an example. I went to Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan this last week, and I was working with my director and her consultants, Lindy Blair, and we had just a wonderful time, 2 great guest events. We had a great training night. We did a marketing call. We had a lunch training, just a great evening. Well, the first night, I broke one of my nails off, like halfway, and it's kind of like if you get your nails done when it's time to get a new set, I mean, like then they all start breaking. I'm like, so I just sat there. Lindy was closing, doing an order for a girl. And so I just sat there and like a top director would, pick every single nail off. And so no nails. So then the next morning she goes, well, there's only like 3 nail places in Sault Ste. Marie. And she goes, nails 2 is the best. I said, well, what about nails 1? She goes, nails 2 is the best. I said, okay. So another one's at a grocery store or something. And so we went to this place and to get my nails done the next day. And of course she couldn't take me. And you know, when it's only 3 and she's the best, she's booked up. So I went the next day, Friday morning, 10 o'clock. So Lindy had she had some work to do. So she sat in the corner and made booking calls and booking texts, and I got my nails done. And they're so cute. They're cat eyes. Don't you love them? Anyway, this lady's name was Ann. She was Asian, probably Vietnamese, Filipino. I don't know exactly which one she was, but you know, she spoke a tiny bit of English, enough she and I could chat just a little bit. So she said something about my ring, and then I told her that I was in Mary Kay, and I asked her if she had heard of it, and she acted like she really kind of hadn't. And so I showed her, like on the back of my phone, I said, you know, Mary Kay, and had her, you know, I have it, well, y'all can't see it. This says Mary Kay right there. And so I had to read it. And anyway, I said, yeah, you would love it. She goes, I don't wear anything on my face. I said, well, you should. I said, you would love our skincare. And I started talking about the Time Wise, and then Lindy's there, and I'm like, Lindy, I need you to get her a thing of Time Wise. You got any in the car? She's like, and so we were talking. I said, she wants to buy the Miracle set. And so I'm sitting there, and I said, and she needs some CC cream. And so we're talking some more. And so we invited her to have a facial. I said, well, you could have a facial before work or after work, because she's one of these that works, you know, all day long from, you know, start to finish. You know, she's there's 2 nail techs in there. And like, so her last appointment was like 7:30. Anyway, so as I finished her nails, we invited her to the event we were going to have that night, and she was like, I can't come. She goes, I could come maybe beforehand, you know, like 6. We were going to start 6:30. We're like, that's fine, just come on. So we got there, and she didn't show up at 6. I said, do you think she'll show up? And Lindy goes, I don't know. I said, I don't know either. I said, we'll see. I said, I do think she's interested, though. I said, if she don't, call her back and, you know, get her. So anyway, she came at 6:30, but she couldn't stay. So I said, Lindy, you get started. We had a big room full. I said, you start with the skincare. I'll go back here and facial Ann. So I went back there and facialed her. And you guys, she bought every single thing I put on her face. $355. Everything. And like, in fact, Lindy has it on her facials. She actually has the full size brushes. She has 6 full size, like for the powder brush, the cheek brush, and the eyeshadow brushes, and the foundation brush. And so, like when I did her facial, she got to use all the brushes. So when I got her products, I got her the little compact with the small brushes. She goes, what? And she pointed to it. She goes, where are the big brushes? And I'm like, oh, okay. So I went and got a brush set and gave it to her. Well, anyway, I'm just like, so then I thought, I showed her the placemat, but I thought, I wonder if she realized how much I'm fixing to bust her for, you know? And so I was sitting there adding it up. I'm like, is this okay? And it was $333. And I said, she goes, yes. I said, plus tax. She goes, yes. So I had it. I'm like, it's $352. So she just whipped out her credit card, and then I couldn't find Lindy's phone to charge it. So I said, well, I said, I'll just have to take this charge. She goes, you need cash? I'm like, I love this lady, you know. So then when we finished, we went and I got a selfie with she and I. And of course, she looked so different than she did when she was doing my nails in her smock and just doing them. She had a cute little outfit on. She got her hair done. She just looked adorable. And so Lindy brought her by a free roll-up bag yesterday. And so, you know, a lot of times, I mean, I can't even tell you how many times I've got my nails done. And, you know, especially for women who can't hardly speak English. And I don't try to book them, but I don't know, for some reason I did that day. And of course I did, as the great senior director I am, gave the sale to Lindy. You're welcome, Lindy. And and so I said, you know, you want to talk to her about selling Mary Kay. You never know. You know, you never know. And so I just, you know, sometimes we prejudge people and we think they would never want to have a facial. They would never want to come. She can't even understand me. But you know what? She's still just a woman, and she still likes to look pretty, and she understands enough to do your nails. She can do enough to, you know, for you to facial her. And then there's other people that you don't talk about recruiting because you think she would never want to do it. And we went around the table at this training I did, and I said, okay, I said, this is what prejudging is about. I said, I would look at you, Lindy. I said, okay, she owns a daycare. She runs out of her home. She's got 10 kids. She's got 10 kids at the daycare. She's got 2 teenagers. There's no way she'd want to do Mary Kay. She is way too busy, got her hands full. Okay? And yet, Lindy became a sales director and won a car with a daycare, with teens, you know? Then there was another girl there, and she works for, in the county, like I think the promotional or accounting in this big casino they have there. And, you know, she's doing fine with her money. She's got it going on. And, you know, she already, like, wears her makeup cute. You think, nah, she's already got it all together. She don't need Mary Kay. Mary Kay might not be good enough for her, right? And yet she came in last month and has already recruited 3 people, you know, and is looking forward to maybe going into DIQ. And then there was another lady there who, she just retired. She just moved into a new house. She's got a new grandbaby, trying to slow down, not speed up. And yet she signed up, came in with a 600. She got 4 people on the marketing call the other night. So you guys, I don't know. I think just sometimes we go ahead and try to decide for the people, for them, whether they want to either try Mary Kay or whether they want to sell Mary Kay. We decide. We don't let them decide. And it's just fear because we think we already know what they're going to say, so we don't ask them. But I want to say, all of you are sharp women. You're sharp. You're sharper than most people you're probably talking to. And you wanted to do it, so you're not a loser. So you know what I'm saying? You are a sharp woman and you recruited. So there's other sharp people like you that would want to recruit and sell Mary Kay with us. And there's lots of women that would love to use the product. Okay, so before the next time you look at somebody and automatically, and that's just normal to automatically go, she'll say no. Don't think that. She could say yes. And it always surprises me when other people walk into my meeting that I know, and I'm like, I cannot believe she's in Mary Kay and I've known her all this time. Or I find out they're selling something else crazy. Like, oh yeah, they just start selling whatever. Unique, living oil, some other kind of something. You know what I'm saying? And so I think, why didn't I talk to her? But anyway, so that's number 1. Okay, don't prejudge. If you can see me, raise your hand if you have ever prejudged. We're all guilty of it. So it's just something to think about. So next time, just say, I'm not going to decide for people. It's like saying, it's like you got gum and you're going to go, she wouldn't want to chew gum. How do you know? You haven't even asked her. She might really love gum, right? And if she don't, it's not going to kill you if she says no, because you'd already thought she's going to say no anyway. So then you could say, I'm right. Okay, so the second P is procrastination. Procrastination. Here's the thing about procrastination. We're all guilty of it. And even right before this call, this morning, this thought came to me what I was going to talk to you guys about. I had about an hour, and I thought, I'm going to watch some Hallmark. So I got a TV here in my office. I never even turned it on. And so I clicked it on, and it wasn't coming in good. It's like, so then I thought, well, maybe I need to scan the channels on my phone, on my TV, so it come in clear. And then it said it'd take 20 minutes. And I'm like, well, so then I don't know if you can see this, but this is just a stack of letters and cards and some gifts that I needed to do that's been sitting on my desk that I was going to put off till tomorrow. That's going to be my tomorrow stuff. But I thought you could, instead of, you know, looking on Facebook and watching TV, you could get something done. So instead, I got every single one of them done, mailed, you know, postage, ready to go to put in the mailbox in the morning. So we all procrastinate on stuff. And I think procrastination is just one of those things where, I mean, you want to do it, but then you just think, you talk yourself out of it and think, I'm tired. I just want to sit on this couch for a few minutes and watch television, like when you get home from your regular job, right? Or I just need to, whatever you just need to do the laundry, and all that stuff needs to be done. And so Jana and I were having some chats this week about making yourself get some things done, because we all procrastinate. And I said, some of the times it's like, if I have an appointment on my books, like if I have booked something, I'm not going to not show up to a party. I'm not going to not show up to a facial or to an interview. Or if like I tell someone I'm going to call somebody at 4 o'clock, I'm not going to not call them. That's not my personality. I am a woman of my word, and I do what I say I will do. So what the problem is a lot of times I don't make an appointment with myself to do the things I need to do, like get on and like do my booking follow-ups, you know, like take my leads and start booking them, or coaching calls, or like as a sales director, we have other things like, you know, call my consultants about different things, how close they are to star, or how close they are to the necklace, or whatever, you know. I don't really like set a time for that. I just like, you know, so then what happens is it doesn't get done. So if you have a little problem with procrastination, one of the things that you could do is on your phone, which Mary Kay's taught this a million for years and years, and it's called the weekly plan sheet, where you actually plan out your day. And you actually put in your plan sheet when you're going to stop and have an appointment with yourself to do whatever it is that you need to be doing. You know, whether it's write a bunch of cards, whether it's make, you know, I'm going to get on the phone for 30 minutes and book. And one of the things that we did is in Michigan is Lindy doesn't have great internet at her house or phone. And so we went to, me and Lindy and Jen Young, we went to this coffee shop there. It's called Big B Coffee. There's no Starbucks in Sault Ste. Marie. But anyway, so we went to Big B Coffee and we just set up shop. I had my iPad. They had their phones. We had our books. They had their leads. They had just done a vendor show. And so we sat there together for about an hour and a half. And, you know, they're booking, and, you know, then some of the times we had the marketing calls, so we're following up with that and just going ahead and doing it right then. And, you know, when we were doing our training at Lindy's house, and we stopped at 9 o'clock, we did a marketing call. We had all these people call in. And so after the call, I said, okay, you need to follow up with them and ask them what impressed you the most with the video. With the marketing call. And then if you were going to do Mary Kay, why would you do it? Okay. And then on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being you would never want to do Mary Kay, and 5, sign me up today. Where are you? And so I was telling them to do this. And then some of them were like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. I go, no, I want you to do it like now. Like, get your phone out. We're going to do it right now to everybody just got on the call. Well, it's kind of late. I said, they just hung up. They're fine. Call them. You know, call them, text them. So, like, right then we followed up with the people, because have you ever had someone get on a call or watch a video? And one of the tips that I got one day I thought so good is never send someone a marketing video. Okay. Instead, what you do is you say, hey, I've got a video I want you to watch. It's a little career information about Mary Kay. Do you think that you could watch it for me and give me your opinion? And if she goes, yes, I could, say, okay, well, what time do you think you're going to have about 20 minutes to watch it, or however long the video is? And she might say, well, I'm not going to be able to watch it till later today, maybe 6 or 7. Say, okay, well, just, you know, right before you get ready to watch it, text me and I'll send you the link. And then what you do is you send her the link and you say, hey, so if you're gonna watch it now, I'm gonna call you in 30 minutes and then we can talk about it. Okay, so you don't send the link until they're ready to watch it. That way you can follow up, because how many times have you sent a link and said, hey, can you follow up on this? Can you watch this video? And they go, sure. And then you never hear from them. And then you say, did you watch the video? You know, have you, oh, I hadn't had a chance yet. And then really, I mean, you've sent a ton of videos out, but really who's watched it? So try that next time, is ask them if they'll watch the video, and that they will, say, what time do you think you can watch it? Say, okay, well, if you will text me, or like they say, I can watch it probably about 5 o'clock. Say, okay, about 5 till, then I will go ahead and send you that link. Okay, so that's a thought too, and then follow up. And then with like leads that you have from parties, or leads that you have from parties, or leads that you have from the back of a profile card. I'm sorry. I'll tell y'all later. But anyway, like you come home from a party and you got some names on the back. Oh gosh. Some of y'all, I'm having to stop your video because you're like, I don't know what you're doing back there, and it's distracting. So anyway, if you see that your video is off, you'll know I did it to you. So anyway, when you get home from a party and you have leads, then what you want to do is follow up with those leads like that night or the next day. Like within 24 to 48 hours is a great time to follow up on leads. But don't, like if you've got leads that are 4 months old, don't worry, just go ahead and follow up anyway. It's okay. And just remember, we talked about this, I think a couple weeks ago, or I sent something out about it, about the 21-day booking challenge, and about how like the 80% of your yeses is on the 7th to the 12th time you actually contact them. So you call them, and then you leave them, you text them that you called them. And then 3 days later, if you hadn't heard from them, you call them again and you text them that you called them again. You know, and you tell them, if I don't hear from you, I'll contact you in about 3 days. Anyway, that we send the scripts out, and I'll send it again if y'all need it. But we talked about that the other night, and that was really helpful for people to know you're not bugging them. You're just reminding them. I mean, I get something today, and a lot of times I get something on my phone, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to do that. And then I save it, and then I forget about it. And then if they send it to me again, I'm like, oh, yeah, I wanted to do that. But I sometimes still don't do it. But then the third time, like, let me go ahead and order those shaper mints that pull up all your fat and make you look skinny. I didn't order it, but you know, I see it so much, it makes me want to. But you know, by not procrastinating on these names, you're going to have more, you're going to have better success. And especially after an interview or after a sales meeting. Let's say you bring someone to a sales meeting, she has a facial, they talk about Mary Kay a little bit, but right after the meeting, they dash. They're like, I gotta go, I got a babysitter. And then you want to follow up with them the next day and say, you know, I just want to thank you again for coming to the sales meeting last night. What did you think of that? Did you have a good time? You know, if you were ever going to do Mary Kay with us, why would you do it? That's a good question to ask you guys, because that tells you if they ever were. And even though they say, I'm not going to, but if I was, it'd be for the money. Or I'm not going to, but if I was, it'd be to have fun like you guys. And that's her hot button, you know? So procrastination, that's something we can work on, all right? And then the third one is pretending. Pretending that you're working. Now, let me tell you what I mean by this. If you were a hairdresser and you had not cut a head of hair in a month, would you really call yourself a hairdresser unless you've been sick in the bed, you know? Or maybe it's been 6 months and you have not done anybody's hair, but you're a hairdresser. You're a hairdresser, right? But you don't do hair. I mean, like you are, but you don't really cut hair. Like it's been a long time, but you could if you wanted to. If someone would come to you, you cut their hair, right? And you wouldn't think much about that girl if let's say you are a golfer. You're a golfer. And but you haven't golfed in 6 months. I mean, are you really a golfer? Or are you just like, that's your title, you know? And so like sometimes Mary Kay consultants, we're like, oh yeah, I'm a Mary Kay consultant. Are you really? Are you really? Are you pretending to be a consultant? Because consultants consult. They consult with their customers, and they consult by doing facials and parties, and they check on their customers, and they say, let them try new things, and they give them samples. you know, or you might just be an order taker. So maybe the next time someone says, oh, do you sell Mary Kay? Say, yes, I'm an order taker. Do you need to place an order? Because that's what I do at Mary Kay. I take orders. But that's not your title. You're not Mary Kay order taker, right? We have skills, and the skills are that we can have a facial and show people how to use the products, you know, and then so a lot of times I think we're just pretending to be consultants. Or it could be that you do a lot of prep work and no people work. And that's your personality. You know, you got your website set up, check. You got your business cards, check. You got your name tag, check. You know, you have got your office set up. Everything's in alphabetical order. Everything is neatly filed. You have all the apps. You are ready, except for one thing. You have not booked an appointment. Like you have not like seen the people to get your business going. And then you get frustrated that you've done all this work, spent all this money, and you're not making any money. So you guys, I just want us to think about these things this week about not prejudging people. And some of the people to not prejudge could be your own relatives that are coming into Thanksgiving. You're seeing some people that you don't normally see, and you may have already decided that there's no way that they would like to have a facial, or there's no way that they would like to sell Mary Kay. But you really don't know. And even if you asked them 3 years ago at the Thanksgiving dinner, you're still in, and things have changed. And you might just say, one of these days, I'm going to get y'all to try some of these awesome products. I've got a great charcoal mask. Matter of fact, anybody want a sample? Let me tell you something. If y'all have been ordering, I don't know if you've noticed this, but Mary Kay has been pretty awesome by putting these charcoal mask samples in it's like their gift to us, right? They've been putting this in every order that you get in from Mary Kay. So why don't you pass it on? In fact, it says, contact me, your Mary Maker, for more gift ideas, you know, and you could pass this on to everybody at Thanksgiving. Give them a charcoal mask, put it on their table or something. So don't prejudge those ladies, and then don't procrastinate about your Mary Kay this week. Just because Thanksgiving, I mean, today I sat down with my mom, and everybody's coming to my house, and we're cooking the turkey here. And we sat down and did the menu of what I got to do. And so I'm going to figure out when I'm going to do that, but I'm not taking off all week for Thursday lunch. I'm just not going to do that. And you don't have to do it either. It doesn't take you, 24 hours times 4 to get ready for Thanksgiving. And no, my Christmas is not up yet. I'm going to do that on Friday as I'm doing my Black Friday sale. I'm going to be putting up some Christmas decorations, It's Saturday. That's when I'm going to do it. But by not prejudging, not procrastinating, and then instead of pretending to be a consultant, put some makeup on somebody, put some cleanser on somebody. That's a real consultant, and that's how you get the best results, you guys. And I'm not picking on y'all. Every time I do a class, I'm picking on myself, because I remember times in my life where it had been 6 months and I hadn't done a party. I thought, why are you calling yourself a director? You're not doing anything. You're not directing anybody, because you're not even leading by example. And then I had to repent. I repent, confessed, and I changed my ways, so I could have some different results. So that's the message I have for you guys today, short and sweet. And we'll just hear from the sales directors real quick and call it a week. Okay, so I'm gonna unmute Sayla first. She's right up here by me.
Hey, everybody. Cleta, it was a great call, and I have to say, guilty as charged on all three. over time, I have certainly prejudged people before, and then, just like you say, either they show up at a meeting and with someone else, or at some point they join my team, but they could have been part of my team a long time ago if I had only asked them. And procrastination, yes, y'all know I am great at getting names. I have to force myself to call the names. So I have been guilty of that. And then pretending, there have been times when I have, I'm just busy doing busy work, and not really the things that really make the money and us successful. So thank you for those great reminders. I do know that it's only one decision that can change all of it. And we can ask the people, we can make the list and get the things done, and we can also do the work and be prepared for success. So I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving. Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, Ayla. Okay. 3,
Hey everybody, I echo what Selah says. I think we all have been guilty of all of those things at various points in our lives. And as you were talking, I just remembered what Mary Kay said: be part of the Den Den Club. Do it now, do it now, do it now. And that's the solution to all of those issues. You see somebody, don't prejudge. Do it now. Go ahead and offer them a facial. If you start procrastinating, just remind yourself: do it now, do it now. And pretending as well. Just get up and do what you know you need to do. So thanks for the reminders. They're so true and so needed right now in the holiday season, when we have so many other priorities that jump in our way, and so many other things that we as women and moms and wives and everything that we feel like we've got to take care of. So and we just don't need our Mary Kay business to sit on the shelf over the whole holiday. So we've got great selling season right now for us just to do so many great things with our business. So thanks for the reminders. They are so timely.
Yes, thank you, Hillary. Okay, Jana?
Okay, so what Laree said, what Selah said, I echo it all. And Cleta, you're just going to make such an amazing national sales director, because you have such great straight talk with a giggle. Nobody can resist. I mean, it's amazing. Okay, so pretending that you're working, that is key, you guys. And so, you know what? If you're not filling out a bunch of these, and if you don't have a bunch of this coming in, or you're not making deposits, then you're pretending. Let's be straight. If you've not got cash flow coming into your office, if you're not filling out tons of, putting your paperwork, if you don't have paperwork going on, like flowing, and that's something that I know in my business, is that if my office assistant shows up and there's no data entry, Houston, we have a problem. So I love that you said pretending to work, because holy smokes, and the procrastination, thank you so much. I've already booked some appointments to get together for some booking with some people at some coffee shops, and just such great ideas, Cleta. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome, Jana. You're welcome. Okay, let's see. Where's this Rosemary? All right, Rosemary.
Well, slap the handcuffs on me too. I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't guilty of all. I've been reading a really good book. John Maxwell has a new book out, The Power of Five, and the latest chapter is on leadership. And at the end of each chapter, I'm on this group with Susan Moore, and it's been really, really good. We kind of talked about our giveaways, and I think the biggest giveaway I had from the last chapter on leadership was that, sometimes I tell my unit members how important it is to pair priorities with consistency, but really I fall short in that department a lot. And Maxwell just reminds us that consistency establishes your reputation, and it really does. And rather than being good once in a while, I need to be good consistently. And so, that goes back to especially procrastination. And, anyway, I've been guilty of all those three, but anybody gets a chance, it's a really, really good book. I've really enjoyed it. So,
yeah, as a matter of fact, this is it right here, you guys. I'll just hold it up here for a minute. And it is The Power of Five for Network Marketing. And it's only it's 96 pages, so it's not that long. And I actually meant to read, that's on my to-do list. And so I am that's one of the things that I want to read. Just take a little, it's not that long, and he writes so well, it wouldn't take you very long to read it. I like these little thin books that you can actually get through. So thanks for bringing that up. And, I was planning on reading it and then doing some Boss Babe calls out of it after I read it. So that'll be great. Okay, you guys. Well, listen, have a happy Thanksgiving. I am so proud of my unit members in our area after the fall advance. I have heard so many that, we got a ton of bookings last week, and that people that were working this week have sold 300, 400. And it's just, really been selling. The product really will sell, you guys. And, you don't have to give it away. People are going to buy it. And it's okay to do a special once a year, but you don't want to discount your product all year long, or you're not going to make any money. You got to sell it at full price all year long, and then that one day you have a little special for them. So Anyway, have a fabulous Thanksgiving. Thanks for calling in tonight. I can't wait to talk to y'all next week. And we're going to be wrapping up the month soon. So let's make it count, these last, whatever we have left of the month. And what is that? I guess we have, so next Sunday. Yeah, Sunday is the 30th, right?
Saturday.
Saturday?
Saturday is the 30th.
Son of a gun. All right.
So
Well, there you go, you guys. We got 1 week to bust it out, and that's what we're going to do. So you guys have a great one. I'm thankful for you. When I think about my Thanksgiving list, my Mary Kay consultants, my Boss Babe girls, you guys are on the top of my list of who I'm thankful for. And all our YouTubers, all our YouTubers as well. So you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your family, and we will be talking to you on December the 1st. Now this call, because see, this little special thing is on December the 1st, which is actually Sunday night. So I didn't think about that. I'll tell you what we'll do. We will do our Boss Babe call 30 minutes earlier and just have a short one. I think that's what we need to do. Yeah, so we'll have it at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, and we'll just do a 30-minute Boss Babe call, and then we'll get off. And then those of you that met the challenge of ordering and selling 10 of the eye gel patches, then we'll get on that call. Okay, so you guys have a great day, and I will remind everybody next week that it's going to be at 8:30. Okay, have a great one. Love you guys.